In today's video, we're going on an exhilarating adventure around the world to take a look at places where cultures collide, innovations thrive, and the energy is electrifying. Steady streams of people, throngs of tourists, and crowds of commuters that will make your head spin. Join me for today's video. We're going to count down the top 15 busiest places in the world. Number 15. Shibuya Crossing, Tokyo. Shibuya Crossing is located in the bustling city of Tokyo, and this is a legendary pedestrian intersection. It's become an iconic symbol of Japan's vibrant urban life. In fact, when you envision Tokyo, you just can't help yourself but picture this mesmerizing sight of Shibuya Crossing. This is no ordinary crosswalk. It's an extraordinary spectacle that showcases the sheer busyness of the city. It's situated right outside Shibuya Station, which is one of Tokyo's major transportation hubs. It sees an incredible influx of pedestrians during peak hours. Now picture this, as the traffic lights turn red, the surge of people waiting at all corners of the intersection grows in anticipation. When the lights change, people from all directions flood into the intersection simultaneously. It's like watching a human wave as people try to navigate their way through this ridiculously busy crossing. It's estimated that over 1,000 people cross the intersection during a single light change, which amounts to tens of thousands of pedestrians crossing every hour, making this crossing one of the busiest places on the planet. Number 14. Times Square, New York. Alright, it should be no surprise that Times Square is making an appearance in this list of the busiest places in the world. It's also known as the crossroads of the world. Times Square is a vibrant and dazzling destination that never fails to leave visitors in awe. With its sensory overload of bright billboards, larger-than-life screens, and electrifying energy, this mesmerizing intersection draws crowds from all walks of life, day and night. In the city that never sleeps, Times Square is a hub of activity, renowned for its Broadway theaters. This is where world-class shows and musicals captivate audiences night after night. The area literally pulsates with an array of restaurants, shops, and entertainment venues. There is always something exciting to discover around each corner. And on New Year's Eve, this place explodes with people and becomes a mecca for all things celebratory. The iconic New Year's Eve ball descends from above as the world welcomes the arrival of a new year. This dazzling celebration attracts millions of people, and it's one of the world's most recognized events, making it a global sensation. Number 13. Tokyo Summerland. Now, amusement parks see a lot of action as a rule of thumb, especially the more popular ones. But when it comes to really busy places, few amusement parks can hold a candle to the sheer volume of people that flock to Tokyo Summerland. The amount of visitors to this water wonderland is truly mind-boggling, as pictures of people packed together shoulder to shoulder is enough to make any jaw drop. With its vast size and reputation as Japan's largest water park, Tokyo Summerland is a hotspot that attracts a seemingly never-ending stream of crowds during the summer months. The queues for the most popular rides seem never-ending as people wait their turn to experience the wide range of adrenaline-producing water rides. The wave pool, in particular, is a hotbed of activity. The word chaotic doesn't even come close to describing the frenzy of people in this pool. Navigating through here requires a strategic approach akin to swimming against the tide. The abundance of families, groups of friends, and excited children can make finding a prime spot for relaxation or even a way through the crowds a challenge in and of itself. Clearly, this is not the place to go for a relaxing family outing. Number 12. Copacabana Beach. Copacabana Beach, or the Copa as it's commonly called, is located in the heart of Rio de Janeiro, and this iconic beach destination tantalizes visitors with its sun-drenched shores and delightful dose of Brazilian flair. The beach itself stretches out for a glorious 2.8 miles, and this iconic beach lures sunseekers, party animals, and beach enthusiasts from all corners of the world. With its constant buzz of activity, this beach is a magnet for millions of visitors annually, creating a sea of bodies that can be overwhelming to say the least. But Copacabana isn't just a sun-worshipping haven, though the bronze tan lines are something to envy. From mesmerizing street performers with gravity-defying acts to vendors peddling refreshments, it becomes a vibrant stage full of crowds. And at night, after the sun sets and the moon takes its place in the sky, Copa unveils its nocturnal charms. The beach morphs into a nighttime playground with samba music and lively dancing. Beachfront bars and clubs come alive, tempting tourists to dance the night away under the starlit sky. The party spirit is infectious here, and many people have become caught up in the whirlwind of laughter, cocktails, and maybe even a midnight dip in the ocean. Copacabana Beach welcomes an astonishing number of more than 2 million people each year, which is a testament to its worldwide allure and proof of just how busy this beach really is. Number 11. The Las Vegas Strip. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but they don't tell you about the crazy amount of people on the Strip. The electrifying Las Vegas Strip in the entertainment capital of the world, and it's a veritable swath of people day and night. The Strip stretches for 4.2 miles, and in those 4.2 miles is every sort of entertainment you could possibly imagine. The Strip is pure entertainment madness, flanked by towering resorts, dazzling casinos, and enough flashing lights to make you go crazy. Now, let's talk numbers. Each year, this desert oasis attracts a jaw-dropping number of around 42 million visitors. Yep, 42 million. It's like a never-ending parade of wide-eyed tourists, high-rolling gamblers, and people who just want to witness the spectacle that is Sin City. And along this trip, you'll find an eclectic mix of people, from Elvis impersonators to street performers to showgirls, bachelor and bachelorette parties complete with matching shirts. Roving vendors are at the ready to sell you just about anything, and wide-eyed children cling to their parents' hands, clearly overwhelmed by the extravagance that is the Strip. Needless to say, if you don't like crowds, then the Strip will probably send you over the edge, because it's a constant, and I mean constant, stream of people. Number 10. The Taj Mahal, Agra, India. The Taj Mahal is an architectural marvel. Its rich cultural heritage and enduring romance has captivated the hearts of millions, and it's one of the most popular tourist attractions in the world. The Taj Mahal is a mausoleum that was built by Emperor Shah Jahan in the 17th century as a tribute to his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. It's a symbol of love so grand that it's become synonymous with the very essence of romance itself. As such, the Taj Mahal draws in an astonishing 7 to 8 million people annually. History buffs, art enthusiasts, and wanderlust-stricken souls all come together to marvel at the symphony of white marble, intricate carvings, and shimmering reflections in the surrounding pools. And for good reason. The Taj Mahal's intricate details and symmetry are nothing short of breathtaking. With its iconic dome and delicate minarets, during peak tourist season, the atmosphere here is positively bustling as people work their way through the grounds to find the perfect spot to snap a pic. And the inside of the mausoleum provides no respite from the crowds either. A constant influx of people enter the sacred space to see the tombs of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. So whether inside or outside, anyone who visits this icon of love should be prepared for some pretty thick crowds, as the Taj Mahal continues to be one of the busiest places on Earth. Number 9. The Louvre, Paris. Bienvenue à Paris, mes amis. And to the Louvre Museum, located at the heart of the City of Lights. The Louvre is a world-renowned museum. A verified treasure trove of artistic masterpieces, the Louvre holds some of the most sought-after art in the world, including the revered Mona Lisa. This was once a royal palace. The Louvre now houses an awe-inspiring collection of over 35,000 artworks, spanning centuries and continents. So you better believe this place is busy. The museum attracts around 9.6 million visitors each year. The iconic glass pyramid greets guests and provides the perfect photo opportunity. It's pretty much always busy both inside and out this world-famous museum. And inside especially, the labyrinth of a museum can feel like navigating a crowded Parisian street during rush hour. Anyone visiting the Louvre will need to exercise patience, as weaving your way through the throngs of visitors can be exhausting, aggravating, and, of course, overwhelming. Even so, getting through the hordes of people is well worth it, and seeing the wonders of the Louvre firsthand is an awe-inspiring adventure and a quintessential Parisian experience. Number 8. Central Park, New York. Welcome to Central Park, the green oasis nestled amidst the concrete jungle of New York City. This iconic urban park is not only a haven of tranquility, but it's also a bustling hub of activity that draws millions of people each year. Central Park sprawls across a remarkable 843 acres, and it's a cherished retreat for both locals and tourists. This is a place where nature and urban life harmoniously coexist, and it's a true escape from the business of New York. Central Park attracts around 42 million visitors annually, most of whom are simply seeking respite from the city's hustle and bustle. Some, though, come to the park to explore its many famous landmarks. There are so many places in Central Park that have made their way onto the silver screen. For this reason, tourists come to the park to see their favorite scenes and landmarks from their favorite movies. The picturesque Bow Bridge, for example, has been the meeting place of many a romantic encounter in the movies. The park's sheep meadow is often featured in movies and TV shows and offers a lush expanse of greenery where visitors can gather for picnics, sunbathing, or to take a beat to admire the skyscrapers. And of course, we can't forget about the iconic Central Park Zoo, a favorite among families and animal lovers. But Central Park's not just a place to bask in the beauty of nature. It's also a cultural playground that offers a plethora of activities, from free outdoor concerts at the Summer Stage to Shakespearean performances at the Delacorte Theater. There's no shortage of events in Central Park. So row a boat on the lake, rent a bike and ride around, sit on the grass and soak up the sun, or hit a ball at one of the baseball fields. Just watch out for all the other people around you, because no matter where you are in the park, you're likely not very far from someone else. Moving on to number 7, Sydney Opera House, Australia. People love to be entertained, so venues that serve up entertainment can be some pretty busy places. Sports events, rock concerts, theater, all these places can draw quite a crowd. However, when it comes to really busy performing arts centers, one stands out amongst the rest: the Sydney Opera House. It's one of the busiest entertainment venues in the world. And one look at its architectural grandeur, and it's easy to see why people flock to this stunning landmark. The Sydney Opera House is nestled majestically along the sparkling waters of Sydney Harbour, and it's become a symbol of Australia's cultural prowess and a magnet for visitors from around the globe. Each year, more than 10 million people come to the Opera House to either take in one of its many performances or to just take a look around. This opera house is a world-renowned performing arts center, and it hosts an array of captivating productions, ranging from opera, of course, and ballet, to theater and symphony concerts. This stellar lineup of cultural events draws enthusiasts and connoisseurs from far and wide. People come here to see things that they can't see anywhere else. With its distinctive sail-like structure, the Opera House is the perfect backdrop for vacation pictures. It also is a great place to see the Harbour Bridge, as well as panoramic views of Sydney Harbour. So whether there for a show or just there to cross it off a bucket list, the Sydney Opera House boasts a constant flux of artists, tourists, and showgoers each and every day. Number 6, Tokyo subways. Alright, now when I talk about crowded places, well, the Tokyo subways redefine the very meaning of the word. An intricate web of subway lines spanning over 186 miles, this subway crisscrosses the vast expanse of Tokyo like an intricate network of veins. Now, of course, there are lots of busy subway systems in the world. Any metropolis that offers a subway is sure to see its fair share of people. But when it comes to the busiest, there is no topping Tokyo. So just how busy is this busy subway system? Well, the Tokyo subways transport approximately 3.1 billion passengers a year. Yeah, billions. The Tokyo subways are like a realm of organized chaos. The platform is a sea of people, bustling conversations, and the occasional sound of a departing train. And while the sheer numbers of people here is overwhelming, despite that sea of people, the Tokyo subways operate like a well-oiled machine, with trains arriving and departing with impeccable precision. During rush hour, the trains are packed to the brim, and squeezing into a space that seems too small for one more person is like an art form. It is fascinating to watch how a person somehow makes room for him or herself in a space that looks like there's no way another person could possibly fit. The subway is so busy because it connects the city's vibrant neighborhoods, commercial districts, and cultural landmarks. From the futuristic Shinjuku station to the bustling Shibuya Crossing, the Tokyo subway serves as arteries for the city, transporting people to their destinations with astonishing speed and precision. Riding this subway is not for the faint of heart, though. It takes practice to fully acclimate to the sheer volume of people. But for those that do it daily, well, they don't even balk at the crowds. They simply make their way through them. For tourists, though, well, the Tokyo subways and the mass of people there could be a serious source of frustration, or agitation, or stress, or even fear. Number 5, St. Peter's Square, Rome. There are a lot of pretty busy places in Rome: the Colosseum, the Sistine Chapel, even the shops. But when it comes to the busiest places in the world, the Vatican is right up there. And when it comes to the busiest places in Vatican City, well, that goes to St. Peter's Square. It's located within the world-famous Vatican City. St. Peter's Square beckons pilgrims, history enthusiasts, and curious visitors from all corners of the earth. Designed by the legendary Bernini in the 17th century, this expansive square exudes grandeur, reflecting the deep-rooted traditions of the Catholic Church. Stretching out before the Basilica, the square welcomes millions of visitors every year, all of whom come for their own reasons. For some, the square is a place to see history. For others, it's a spiritual venture, and for others still, it's a tourist destination. But no matter why you're there, the history of the square cannot be overlooked. The square is jam-packed with historical significance. For example, the central obelisk, a towering ancient Egyptian monument, stands as a striking centerpiece. It was brought to Rome in 37 AD and has witnessed the passage of millennia, bearing witness to the rise and fall of entire empires. Throughout history, St. Peter's Square has been witness to momentous events and profound spiritual gatherings. Countless papal blessings and audiences have taken place here, drawing crowds from devout pilgrims seeking the pontiff's blessings and teachings. The square has also been the setting for monumental papal ceremonies and the announcement of the election of new popes. It is one of the busiest squares in the world and one of the most visited places in Europe. Number 4. Panama Canal. The Panama Canal isn't dense with people as some of our other places are, but it's the busiest waterway in the world, so it does deserve a mention. The Panama Canal is a man-made wonder that connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. It has been the lifeblood of global trade since its completion in 1914. Every year, this magnificent feat of engineering attracts a staggering number of vessels, making it the indisputable epicenter of maritime commerce. The canal sees approximately 14,000 transits annually. Thousands and thousands of ships ranging from massive cargo carriers to majestic cruise liners pass through this narrow corridor, navigating the locks along the 51-mile-long waterway. But why is the Panama Canal so busy? Well, efficiency, convenience. When ships need to transport goods, they need to do it as quickly and efficiently as possible. That's just good business practice. So by transiting the canal, ships save a significant amount of time and fuel compared to circumnavigating the treacherous waters around Cape Horn. The Panama Canal, very basically, is a shortcut, and given the sheer volume of goods that needs to be transported these days, you better believe this canal and shortcut are super busy. It allows vessels to journey between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans swiftly, so it's an essential lifeline for global trade. Towering cargo ships carrying goods from every corner of the world glide through the locks, their colossal presence a sight to behold. This busy canal is where maritime giants navigate through a carefully engineered system of locks that raise and lower vessels, and it's actually pretty fascinating. And the fact that so many ships make their way through this canal every year is a testament to the brilliant engineering of this man-made marvel. Number 3. Grand Bazaar, Istanbul. The Grand Bazaar in Istanbul offers a shopping experience on steroids. This bustling marketplace is steeped in history and tradition, and it's one of the busiest places in the world. The Grand Bazaar welcomes an estimated 91 million people a year. Eager shoppers and curious wanderers come into this labyrinth of a market to work their way through the thousands of shops. In fact, the Grand Bazaar has more than 4,000 shops and spans an area of over 61 streets. There is a mesmerizing array of goods and treasures, and the bazaar is a mess of sights, sounds, and exotic aromas. But the Grand Bazaar is not just a place to shop. It's an experience in itself. Tourists lose themselves in the maze of vibrant textiles, shimmering jewelry, intricate ceramics, and aromatic spices. The scents of Turkish coffee and freshly baked pastries waft through the air, and tourists can stumble upon any number of rare and unique things. From fortune tellers reading coffee grounds to vendors selling ancient artifacts, clothing, spices, foods, it's all at the Grand Bazaar. It also has stunning Ottoman-era buildings adorned with intricate mosaics and ornate details, so it's a visual feast that screams opulence and decadence. The bazaar dates back to the 15th century when it served as a vital hub for traders along the Silk Road. Today, it continues to be a vibrant center of commerce and a living testament to Istanbul's rich history and cosmopolitan spirit. Get your haggling skills in check and prepare yourself to weave your way through a tapestry of goods, services, and people. But if you find yourself at the Grand Bazaar in Turkey, well, you've just found yourself in one of the busiest places on Earth. Number 2. Disneyland, Hong Kong. Disneyland is the happiest place on Earth. It's also one of the busiest, but it might surprise you to learn that when it comes to ranking the volume of crowds at various Disneylands across the planet, Hong Kong wins, hands down. The Hong Kong Disneyland is nestled in the heart of Hong Kong, and it's one of the most popular destinations in the world. Each year, more than 6.5 million people pass through the gates. The young and the young at heart flock to this whimsical wonderland, eager to embark on thrilling rides, meet beloved Disney characters, and immerse themselves in a world of fantasy and imagination. Now let's put this into perspective. Disneyland Hong Kong, though one of the newer additions to the Disney family, draws an impressive number of visitors. To give you an idea of just how impressive, it surpasses the visitor count of every other magical Disney destination, including Disneyland Paris and even the original Disneyland in California. From the iconic Sleeping Beauty Castle, standing tall and majestic, to the exhilarating adventures that await in Tomorrowland, this park is jam-packed with people. Hong Kong Disneyland is a number of things not found in other Disneylands. It celebrates the vibrant culture and spirit of Hong Kong. The park is infused with unique elements that pay homage to the city's rich heritage, from special events that feature traditional Chinese festivals to exclusive culinary delights that showcase local flavors. Disneyland Hong Kong truly embodies Hong Kong's vibrant spirit. But let's not forget that this is Disneyland, so even though there is a Hong Kong flair, at its heart, it's still all things you'd expect Disney. Magic, characters wandering the streets, overpriced food, and very, very long lines. Like so many other fun theme parks, anyone wanting or willing to take on Hong Kong Disneyland should be prepared for a lot of waiting, and some really thick crowds, and a lot of lines, and just overall crazy and chaotic busyness. Number 1. Mong Kok District. Now, the final entry on this list is a bustling destination that defines the word busy. In fact, this place is not for the faint of heart. Behold, the Mong Kok District, the busiest place in the world. This dynamic district is renowned for its relentless energy and unyielding crowds that weave their way through the streets day and night. Every day, more than 340,000 people make their way through the Mong Kok District. Not monthly, not weekly, I'm talking daily, 340,000 people. With its neon-lit alleys, vibrant street stalls, and bustling markets, the Mong Kok District is a sensory overload of colors, aromas, and sounds. It's a truly electrifying atmosphere that's a one-of-a-kind experience. The district has a unique street culture, some trendy fashion boutiques to traditional shops. There's an array of merchandise available here. In fact, this district offers a shopping experience like no other. You can find everything under the sun here, from the latest fashion trends to quirky gadgets. And yep, there's food, tantalizing street food that will tempt your taste buds and leave you craving more. But it's not just the shopping that draws crowds to Mong Kok, it's also the vibrant street life. The streets are splattered with performers, musicians, and artists, all of whom transform the bustling streets into a lively stage. And while all this sounds wonderful and fantastic, it's important to note that navigating the streets of the Mong Kok District is no easy task. There's a steady stream of people and unrelenting hustle and bustle as they go about their daily lives, navigating the maze of shops, haggling for the best deals, and weaving their way through the crowds. For anyone not used to throngs of people, the district can be very overwhelming. In fact, for some, this is a place to avoid. For others, though, who love the buzz of a busy place, you might want to add the Mong Kok District to your bucket list. Why? Well, it's actually a world record holder. The Mong Kok District, as a shopping mecca and a cultural hotspot, has earned a place in the Guinness World Records. In fact, the Sayong Choi Street, located in the heart of Mong Kok, holds the prestigious title of the busiest pedestrian street in the world, attracting a staggering number of visitors each day. So when I say this place is busy, it's actually verified busy, which is why it's earned the top spot on this list of the top 15 busiest places in the world. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you to our channel members.